भी सक्सेस के पीछे एक बैकग्राउंड स्टोरी होती है.
Ecoholics was helpful in that way, and I think there are other items as well which Ecoholics provides.
So welcome to Ecoholics Toppers Talk. I'm here with Nishchal Mittal, who has conquered the so-called a very important examination of economics, and he has a lot to talk and lot to say. So firstly, Nishchal, congratulations, and really a hearty congratulations to not just you but all the family members and everyone who has been like a strong bone behind you to take you through all the struggles. Okay, so Nishchal, welcome to Ecoholics Toppers Talk. How are you feeling after conquering such a immense, mountain of an exam that you have done? How are you feeling?
Ma'am, I'm feeling very good, and thank you so much for organizing this kind of topper talks. I have seen this kind of topper talk when I was preparing, so I'm very happy to be a part of this, and I think I feel very proud of me that I will be ready to provide some motivation or inspiration for further aspirants.
Absolutely, Nishchal. I think it's really important that we understand examination from a very different angle. So आज हम ना सिर्फ इस बारे में बात करेंगे कि कितना difficult था आपके लिए, but I will also like to know the audience that किसी भी सक्सेस के पीछे एक बैकग्राउंड स्टोरी होती है, which of course drives many others. जैसे आपने अभी कहा that you also saw a lot of videos like that, and I'm very sure that students also get motivated during their preparation. तो आज हम RBI Grade B DEPR इस एग्जाम की बात कर रहे हैं, एंड दिस एग्जामिनेशन ऑफ कोर्स इन इटसेल्फ इज अ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वन. अभी कुछ ही समय पहले सिलेबस पैटर्न सब कुछ चेंज हो चुका है. सो व्हाट वाज योर मेंटल प्रिपरेशन व्हाइल लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर दिस एग्जाम?
Yes, so ma'am, actually I was preparing with the Indian Economic Service for this exam. So most of them, the syllabus of both the exams are overlapped, and for RBI Grade B DPER, as you mentioned, that just before 2 months, I think in April, when they released the notification, then we all got to know that the pattern has changed. So that was something which made things more hectic. And because now they were having two subjective kind of paper, and the English, the paper of English, that was in phase 1 only. So I was about to get I was about to get a very less amount of time for English paper. So yeah, that was something which I prepared. Like first, I prepare my mind for this, that okay, this is going to be a new challenge, but yeah, I have to conquer this. So yeah, that was my state of mind.
Right. So, Nishchal, when did you basically start preparing? Like how many months, or if we see it in a nutshell, that like the maximum time that you thought that, okay, this is going to be adequate, इतने में मैं एग्जाम को अच्छे से एग्जाम की अच्छे से तैयारी कर सकता हूँ. So, what do you think? कितना टाइम एक स्टूडेंट को देना चाहिए स्पेसिफिकली फॉर RBI Grade B DEPR?
For RBI Grade B DPER, I think at least 6 month time is necessary. क्योंकि कई सारी चीजें ऐसी होती है जो हम स्टार्टिंग में अगर कुछ पढ़ते हैं तो फिर हमको बाद में पता लगता है कि हमने मिस कर दी काफी सारी चीजें. तो और फिर हमको रिवीजन भी करना होता है, और आई थिंक इन द फेज 1 और फेज 2 के बीच में ओनली 1 मंथ होता है, 1.5 मंथ होता है. तो आई थिंक उस चीज के लिए भी आपको तब तो आप 1 महीने में प्रिपेयर करेंगे नहीं, तो इसीलिए 6 मंथ तो एटलीस्ट चाहिए ही. एंड इट विल बी लाइक what I say, the butter on bread, that if you start preparing in in your post graduation only. So not very rigorously, but yeah, some claims and some preparation, having this in mind, it will be very helpful. It is not that much kind of hectic preparation. For this is not required like hectic preparation, but yes, efforts will be required for sure.
Right. So, Nishchal, did you know, like during your post graduation or while doing graduation and post graduation, आपको इन एग्जाम्स के बारे में स्पेसिफिकली पता था, नॉलेज थी इतनी कि मुझे इस डायरेक्शन में जाना है?
मैम ऑनेस्टली मतलब इस डायरेक्शन में जाना है ये तो नहीं सोचा था ड्यूरिंग माय ग्रेजुएशन पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन, बट इंटरेस्ट डेवलप हो गया था पॉलिसी के लिए। बट आई वांटेड टू गिव लाइक मेरे को था कि मैं कॉर्पोरेट के लिए एक चांस देता हूँ। सो कॉर्पोरेट के लाइक आई लेकिन जब मैं गया यहाँ पे तब मुझे लगा कि नहीं, मुझे आई थिंक आई नीड टू गो इन द जॉब जहाँ पे एक अच्छा कॉम्बिनेशन है पॉलिसी, स्पेशली रिसर्च के लिए थोड़ा सा है। So I think RBI Grade B DPER provides that opportunity, and that was enough for me as a motivation. So that is something which was there.
राइट। पॉलिसी मेकिंग की आपने बात करी यहाँ पे, पॉलिसी मेकिंग एंड रिसर्च। नाउ डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पॉलिसी मेकिंग एंड रिसर्च, ऑफ कोर्स आरबीआई का एक मैं कह सकती हूँ एक प्लेटफॉर्म है उन सारे कैंडिडेट्स के लिए, उन सारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए हु एस्पायर टू डू समथिंग फॉर द नेशन। तो
Correct.
ये फोर्स, ड्राइविंग फोर्स बहुत शुरुआत से पहले से आ जाता है कहीं ना कहीं, जब हम स्कूल में पढ़ाई कर रहे होते हैं एंड यू पिक अप इकोनॉमिक्स और यू आर अ ह्यूमैनिटीज स्टूडेंट, लेकिन आपका ग्रेजुअली डाइवर्शन इकोनॉमिक्स की तरफ हो जाता है। तो व्हाट वाज योर ड्राइविंग फोर्स, और आप कब से आपने इकोनॉमिक्स, कोर इकोनॉमिक्स की तैयारी करना शुरू कर दिया?
मैम मेरा बैकग्राउंड इकोनॉमिक्स था ही नहीं। मैं 11th-12th में आई वाज हैविंग ऑल द साइंस सब्जेक्ट,
ओके।
mathematics, physics, and chemistry, and I prepared for joint entrance examination, that is for IIT. But I didn't get the desired college and branch. So in 10th, like in the secondary examination at the time, I was having some interest in social sciences. So in graduation, actually, I got this opportunity that I can study mathematics along with economics and physics. So that opportunity I grabbed, and then I developed the interest in economics. And to deep dive into economics, I just like I tried. I did like I thought that I should do for post graduation in economics. So that's how
Wow.
I went for Delhi School of Economics. But core economics, I think उसके बाद ही start हुआ कि मैं economics में काफी, but ये सब प्रिपरेशन फॉर आरबीआई एंड आईईएस, इसमें काफी ज्यादा कोर इकोनॉमिक्स में जाना होता है। सो आई थिंक इट वाज ऑल लाइक कि लास्ट 4 to 5 years में काफी इकोनॉमिक्स लाइक पढ़ ली, समझ लिया, तो वो एक है।
वंडरफुल वंडरफुल। आई थिंक आपने बहुत ही अच्छी बात कही, ऑल फॉर ऑल दो स्टूडेंट्स हु थिंक दैट हम पीसीएम बैकग्राउंड के हैं या हम साइंस बैकग्राउंड के हैं या किसी भी अलग स्ट्रीम के हैं, एंड वी कैन नॉट डाइवर्ट आवरसेल्व्स टू इकोनॉमिक्स अगर हमें उसमें ज्यादा स्कोप दिखाई दे रहा है। तो न्यू एज इकोनॉमिक्स एंड लर्निंग इकोनॉमिक्स इज लाइक अ मस्ट नाउ that most of the competitive examination have that particular portion either in current affairs या general studies में कहीं ना कहीं economics है। तो मुझे लगता है कि आपका decision काफी अच्छे से लिया हुआ था। I don't think that you must have thought for these two examinations or RBI grade B उस time पे while taking economics at that time, but I think that पॉलिसी मेकिंग का या फिर इकोनॉमिक्स रिसर्च का जो कीड़ा है वो मुझे लगता है तभी से लग गया था, शुरुआत से लग गया था।
नहीं, शुरुआत से तो नहीं मैम, बट
हाँ
लाइक इन माय मास्टर्स कोर्स आई थिंक डीएससी में कुछ कोर्स ऐसे हैं जो कि पॉलिसी
हाँ।
मेकिंग की तरफ ओरिएंटेड हैं, एंड रिसर्च का तो है ही है, वहाँ पे ओरिएंटेशन थोड़ा सा, तो
हम्म
वहाँ पे इंटरेस्ट डेवलप हुआ था। एंड जब
हम्म
मैंने इकोनॉमिक्स लिया था तो मेरे दिमाग में नहीं था ये सब इंडियन इकोनॉमिक
करेक्ट।
सर्विस एंड इट वाज ओनली फॉर द इंटरेस्ट, एंड आई थिंक one person should go behind it in his interest. I think there are enough opportunity for him if he pursue his career in his interest.
You mentioned a very beautiful thing that you wanted to pursue science में आपको pursue करना था, you wanted to go for the IITs and all, and then of course आप नहीं कर पाए उसको because of many other things, so you diverted yourself and you thought that okay, I will do better maybe in this stream and let's see how it goes। यहाँ पे मुझे लगता है बहुत स्टूडेंट्स का मोटिवेशन खत्म हो जाता है या टूट जाता है, वेयर दे थिंक दैट वन फेलियर इक्वल्स टू लाइफ फेल्ड। सो
Yeah.
यू नो, आप अपने शब्द में क्या बताना चाहेंगे फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर फ्रॉम डिफरेंट स्ट्रीम्स एज सच, एंड they might think that failure is not the stepping stone of success, जैसा हम usually quotes में कहते हैं, तो quote में ही कहने वाली बात है, ऐसा वो समझते हैं. So what's your story behind it?
वो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस कॉम्बिनेशन रहा है. मैंने फेलियर देखा है, तो I was having like I understood that what I did wrong during my preparation for joint entrance examination. So that was I think फेलियर को हमको ऐसे नहीं लेना चाहिए कि हम फेल हुए हैं. आई थिंक हमको ऐसा लेना चाहिए कि हमको अब वो तरीके बताए हैं जिनसे हमारा नहीं जो जहाँ हमने गलत किया है. क्योंकि एक पर्सन जो कि हमेशा सक्सेस जिसको मिल रही है या जिसको कहीं भी उसने फेलियर नहीं देखा, उसे ये नहीं पता होता कि वो कहाँ गलत कर रहा है, कहाँ उसने गलती करी है. बट हमको, क्योंकि एक बंदे जो फेलियर हुआ है उसको पता होता है अगर, तो मेन चीज इज कि हमको डिप्रेस नहीं होना है. मैंने भी फेस किया है, बट हमको व्हाट आई अंडरस्टूड इज दैट हम अगर अपने ये सीखें कि कहाँ जिस एरिया में हमको इम्प्रूव करना है और हम उनको आइडेंटिफाई कर सकें, उन पे काम कर सकें एंड उन पे काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग तरीके से आ सकें वापस. सो दैट इज समथिंग जहाँ पे फिर, क्योंकि कुछ एरिया तो हमेशा किसी एक पर्सन के स्ट्रॉन्ग रहते हैं, जहाँ पे वो वीक है, अगर वहाँ उन पे काम हो जाए उसके लिए, देन आई थिंक फेलियर को सक्सेस उसको सक्सेस मिलेगी जरूर, डेफिनेटली मिलेगी. एंड इट इज नॉट दैट एवरीथिंग एवरीवन इज डिफरेंट. आई थिंक everybody can do this, everybody can do anything. So yeah, so this is something which we need to keep in mind even if we have some failure.
How much does the role of your peer group, your guardians, your parents, even your teachers have in your preparation? Especially if we talk about only this particular examination, because it has a rigorous economics bend, both quantitative economics and subjective. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a support from my family. मेरे जो दोस्त हैं उन सबका सपोर्ट था. That helped me a lot. And क्योंकि इफ यू हैव कॉन्फिडेंस तो उनको भी दिख जाता है कि अगर इसको कॉन्फिडेंस है तो हो जाएगा. एंड देन दे ऑल्सो स्टार्ट हेल्पिंग यू. ऑब्वियसली आपके पेरेंट्स आपकी पढ़ाई में हेल्प नहीं कर सकते, दे कांट स्टडी विद यू, बट दे कैन हेल्प यू इन अदर वेज. तो उस सेंस में मुझे काफ़ी हेल्प मिली मेरे पेरेंट्स से. For peer group, one of my friend was preparing for RBI Grade B DPER. He also qualified. So हम डिस्कस करते थे, काफ़ी सारी चीज़ों की डायमेंशंस देखते थे, तो उस चीज़ से भी उस चीज़ का एक अलग रोल होता है. वो आपकी स्टडी में आपको एक डायरेक्शन दे देता है, एक ओरिएंटेशन दे देता है. बाकी मेरे अदर फ्रेंड्स जो हैं, एक और मेरी दोस्त हैं, उन्होंने भी चीज़ों को मेरे लिए, मतलब मेरे मोटिवेशन को बनाए रखा कि जहाँ पे भी कभी डाउन हो रहा हूँ तो वहाँ पे उन्होंने मेरे को दिखाया कि यू कैन डू इट, एंड मोटिवेशन को जिंदा रखने में हेल्प करी. सो आई थिंक एवरीबडी हैज दैट रोल. जो कि आपके अपने लोग हैं, उनका कोई ना कोई रोल तो जरूर होता है आपकी सक्सेस में.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very well said, Nishchal. I strongly feel I have been in the education industry for a very long time now, and I feel that for a student, for any student or any candidate who wants to succeed in life, हमारे पास mentors की या हमारे दोस्तों की और हमारे parents की सबकी energy होती है, and उस energy को if we can transform in our motivation, I think that will lead us to where we want to go. So amazing. Moving to some really important talk regarding policy making, now that you are going to do that a lot. Research and policy making is difficult because what students think when they say that I want to change the world, I want to change this nation, and I want to bring these policies. And of course, it's not a matter of one day that things will change. और पॉलिसी मेकिंग एंड रिसर्च में बहुत पेशेंस की भी जरूरत होती है, बिकॉज व्हाइल यू आर स्टडीइंग यू नो दैट यू हैव टू गो अ वेरी लॉन्ग वे.
Right.
And so what was your motivation, and in general, are you really a patient person or you developed it over time?
Ma'am, I think patience, as you said, that it is one of the part which is required for the research and policy making. But I think apart from that, there are other things as well. As you said, that policy making, लोग सोचते तो हैं कि ये policy बनवा लेंगे या ये policy हमको करना चाहिए. But it is not just things doesn't work in that way. कई चीजें ऐसी होती है जहाँ पे हमको एफिशिएंसी भी देखना होता है, क्या पॉसिबिलिटी है, फिजिबिलिटी है, एंड देयर आर मेनी स्टेक होल्डर्स. सो पॉलिसी मेकिंग में दीज थिंग्स मैटर. एंड आप जब आप रिसर्च कर रहे हैं तो देन क्वालिटीज मैटर, कि आपकी रिसर्च कितनी क्वालिटी है उसकी रिसर्च की. So as you said, patience. So I think that I am a good amount of patient person, but it is also we can also say that that other things are also required. Communication, that skill that are also checked. I think in this process, you in interview, your communication skills are also checked. And in RBI, I think you get a good amount of exposure to different social issues. So, and I think RBI provides that free hand to a person to a DPER officer, that okay, you can conduct this research on this topic. So that is very much helpful, and doing a research itself is a part of policy making. Without that, I think policy making will not have that amount of background and that amount of base. So this is the motivation is only the part that I think on the, as I mentioned in my Delhi School of Economics, then there I got this orientation that okay, policy making is interesting thing, and it is the phase, it is the sector, or it is the part of economics where we have more challenges. We have a large amount of challenge, different kind of challenge. So that was the motivation, and I thought that I would do good in this. So yeah, so this was the motivation for me.
Correct. You mentioned about communication, and I just thought that I usually tell these young to-be candidates that personality is never made in one day. So it's थोड़ा स्कल्पटर की तरह हमें अपने आप को तराशने की जरूरत होती है, and
Right.
that has to happen on a daily basis, on a regular basis. So what helped you to strengthen your communication skills? और हम communication में ये नहीं बोल रहे हैं that to be a very eloquent in a certain language, क्योंकि बहुत बार students उसमें भी confused हो जाते हैं कि एकदम बहुत heavy words use करके मैं बहुत master नहीं हो सकती communication में. So what was your go-to for honing your communication skills?
So I think first thing which is required is clarity in your mind. That comes from your knowledge and how much effort you are putting on a topic. So any topic where you are communicating with someone, you need a good amount of knowledge. You need to work. You need to do homework on that. So that is something which helps you to communicate better. And that I understood over this time, that without the good amount of knowledge and good amount of base, you will not be able to communicate in a better way, in good way. So one thing is that. Second thing is that I am working professional. So I am working here in UPS. Here I have to align the model stakeholders, and I have to communicate what I have, what is the problem, what is the issue with the model owners and stakeholders. So this is something which helps me, and which helped me to improve my communication skills over the time. And as you mentioned that the language, I think this is the way to communicate, but it is not the barrier to communicate. I think it should not be the barrier. In the sense that if someone is thinking that he needs good level of English and good very good level of English, no, that is not required. If you know how to talk in English, that is enough. They are not seeking for the perfect grammar. Nobody here is seeking Shashi Tharoor type person. So that is not the case, and I think they also know that you have to work with Indian people here in the DPR department. So nobody will seek the perfect English here. You just need to learn how you can communicate you just need to communicate whatever you know, and you need to present that so that a third person, a knowledgeable person, can understand and reproduce it simply. So that is something which we need to work around for the communication.
Correct. One of the questions that I had in my mind was, you mentioned research. Now, research policy making and does not go without quantitative analysis. So for students, what would be your message to, start preparing for those areas or those topics if they really aspire their career in RBI Grade B DPR? What are those major areas of statistics or econometrics or mathematical economics or macro different subjects which you think should be stronger so that they can think about a long lasting sustainable career in this field?
For quantitative analysis specifically, I think the syllabus of RBI DPER that provides that we need to do this much amount of econometrics, and particularly if you like read a good book in this like basic book, not a very advanced book for that particular type part of econometrics, then I think that is sufficient to understand the basics. Now, the thing is that quantitative analysis is not just about learning the basics; it is about the applying the basics as well. So I think if a person is preparing for RBI Grade B DPER, he has already done the post graduation. So there he will have some amount of like he would have written some amount of term paper, some amount of research paper. So there I think he should try to have some exposure with the applications of econometrics and mathematical economics. Like if let's say if you are thinking about a topic whenever you are preparing, and if you want to go into the econometric direction, so you need to connect it, like how we will do this in econometrics. So for example, if Phillips curve, you can take the example of Phillips curve. Now Phillips curve is a topic in macroeconomics, but it is very important to understand in econometrics how will we implement this, how do is quantitative analysis, because in the reality data is not as simple as what we think. So that is something which helps, and that is we should do to make our quantitative analysis stronger.
Correct. I'm sure that the students listening to this will definitely note your words and will start working on it. Lastly, concludingly, I would just say that success comes to those who have the courage to fail and who have the courage to try again. And with these last comments, I would like you to tell us, how did Ecoholics help you in any way in which we could mentor you at the last few days of your journey, whatever you were preparing already? Were we any help to you in those days? We would like to know that.
Yeah, so for phase 1 and phase 2 part, for written examination part, I did self-study. So there I think that was helpful for me, self-study part. But after that, I think for interview, I took the guidance program of Ecoholics, and there I think the one mock was conducted for RBI Grade B DPER. I think it was helpful. It provided me some direction and provided me some area where I need to work upon. So that definitely helps you to identify the area where you are lacking and where you need to improve on. So Ecoholics was helpful in that way, and I think there are other items as well which Ecoholics provide. For example, like this past year papers, the list of that. So past year question papers, and there are some other items. There are some other documents that are also provided by Ecoholics. So these were also helpful.
Thank you, Nishchal. Lastly, I would just like you to give a message to our budding economists who are aspiring to be economics officer and go for policy making and decision making in the field of economics. So what are your last words for them?
I think you should, if you have decided for everybody who has decided to apply for Indian Economic Service and or like RBI Grade B DPER, I think you just need to understand first why you are applying, why you want to go. If you think that it is your interest then you need to dedicate yourself for that. That will be your, like what I say, the guiding mentor along whole the journey. Because if you have dedication, if you have some motivation behind it, you will definitely cover up all the challenges which you will face during whole journey. And you just not need to listen every topper. not every toppers, but toppers every point. You just need to customize yourself, customize their talks according to yourself, because everybody is different on that perspective. And you need to keep your confidence up. You need to keep the confidence on yourself. There can be some up and downs, but you will definitely go through it if you will put a good amount of efforts in it.
Great, very motivating words, and I'm sure that what the point that you made was very correct. That whatever mentorship and whatever motivation we get has to be customized according to our own requirements, needs, and aspirations. So I'm
Correct.
sure that all of this will be taken positively by all the aspirants that are listening to this program. And all the very best for your future endeavors. Keep shining and make all of us proud. All the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. All the best for everyone who is going to prepare for next cycle of exams. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nishchal. Thank you for your time.